Vada Fly gonna recap this and say Gotti caught a 30 on the dime, bro.
So all y'all wanna know what happened, I'm gonna tell you what happened. He got smoked. That was crazy out the game.
Sometimes SP to nobody that knows body.
Hit his area with 51. Everything in the Vada Fly.
When you start rapping like that? Yeah, back at it. Salute to the subscribers, that notification gang, gang, gang. So you had A Ward, Loso versus Geechi Gotti and B Dot off the Guardians of the Culture Invasion card. You know what I'm saying? There were some battles on there that were cool. There was a couple on there that I watched. For the most part, I overall expressed the fact that I was not really highly impressed with the card. That's just my personal opinion. There may be some people who, you know, watched it and really enjoyed what they saw. I mean, me, is like I said, it's just my personal opinion off of me copying it and me watching it. But the one bright spot to me, the brightest spot of the night was none other than this battle, this 2-on-2. I know there was supposed to be battles like Big Cannon versus K-Shine. Big Cannon was involved in a car accident, so you know he's in our thoughts and prayers. He did post his pictures of it. I really didn't think that he should have posted a picture of himself personally, but I know we live in a time and era where people are like, "Oh, Big Cannon backed out." Oh, you know, and you know, if you know Big Cannon, like how I've known and seen over these years, he would never back out, especially versus somebody like K-Shine. He would have definitely wanted to be in the ring battling against him. But salute to him. You know, obviously, you know, the ID Boom and DNA didn't happen because of the paperwork that had came out on ID Boom. You know what I mean? Like, it's nasty right now. It's a nasty time, and hopefully he straightens that out because, you know, it is what it is. It's really hard for people to want to be around and deal with that type of situation when you got shit like that going on. So DNA battled against Drugs, and Drugs joined him, and Twerk joined NWX. They've announced it. They've made their sayings about it. And I'm saying it in the beginning of this blog for people who didn't really watch or see the other blogs and know who won, because I know normally when it comes to a lot of these events, we recap like every fucking blog. We talk about all of the battles, or we recap all of the battles. But for me personally, I just didn't get that from this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get wanting to recap all of these battles because they just, to me, were all right. I mean, you know, Don Marino and Ill Will was cool. I mean, Don Marino, I think he choked in one of his rounds. Av versus Drake Dennis. Av really looked like he really didn't feel like being there. Drake Dennis was, he was spitting a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it was really being picked up. Yeah, it was what it was. And then Franchise, somebody jumped in and was freestyling in the middle of his battle because the dude Amzilla he was battling against was like forgetting his raps and choking all over the place. And then you had So Severe and JC. JC backed out. But let's talk about the 2-on-2. So like I said, all of that stuff was just for me. I wasn't gonna, it is what it is. I'm not recapping. And then you had New Jersey Twerk versus Bad News. Cool battle, but I didn't recap it, so you can take it from there. 2-on-2, B Dot versus B Dot and Geechi Gotti versus Loso and A Ward. I will say this: I've been hearing people say Battle of the Year.
You always bringing up the Bible, looking through the chapters. I never see your own belief impact your community, push it to the masses. So how am I supposed to respect the intellectual that doesn't put it into practice? You said it was practice.
I've been hearing people saying one of the dopest 2-on-2s that we've seen in a long time. And what I will say is these guys both, they delivered. Now, while I'm not going to do it every fucking bar, line for line recap, because at this time, I feel like because at this time, this battle deserves for you to watch if you have not watched it, if you have not seen it. Like, I think that when you break down every round that you've sketched about, them guys went kind of crazy. You had A Ward and you had Loso. I kind of knew that their chemistry was going to be crazy. Like, for some reason, I just know that these two, their flows interchanging back and forth. Like, they would say things to where one's rapping to the other, and then the other one would just pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have Loso saying something to Geechi Gotti, like, you know, you never been to the top. You know, I let it ring in the spot. And he was talking about, you know, you could have been the man here. You wouldn't even do it on, like Loso was telling Geechi Gotti that he lost to A-Ward. He was calling it practice, saying that you lost to A-Ward and you was talking about practice. And then he was saying that Loso's talking to Geechi Gotti, saying a real champ would have ran it back. You know what I'm saying? He said you wouldn't have beat him on URL, or you wouldn't have won on King of the. And then A-Ward just jumps in and says dot, like he just takes like dot, like dot, like he just goes to dot. Like instead of saying King of the dot, you see him go straight to dot, and then you see A-Ward start breaking B-Dot down. And their chemistry back and forth. There's just the bar. All throughout their first. And they're dumping. I mean, 2-on-2 style, they are. A-Ward and Loso were dumping. So, in my mind of minds, they had a fire first. I'm thinking, you got Geechi Gotti coming off of mad battles. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's battled a lot. 6 times already in 2020. And we're only in March, so I'm like, what I'm thinking is, how is their chemistry gonna go? You know what I'm saying? I know here's how you could tell, and whether or not they were gonna be good, was the interchangeability of flows. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy like when you see him and Coffee together, they went back and forth, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, but you could tell when it was like, one artist spit like 16 bars in a row, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't, to me, in a sport of a 2-on-2, it's like, I'm looking for the back and forth. That lets me know, you know what I mean? Like when you have K-Shine or when you have DNA, they going back and forth, in and out. Load the gun, hold the gun, pick the clip, flip the strip. Like they going boom, 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 boom. That's practice. Practice? Y'all niggas talking about practice? And when you got a lot going on, I knew whether or not that type of chemistry was gonna be there was definitely a big question of mine. So, in Geechi Gotti and B-Dot's first round, they come out, they're dumping too. They're dumping. What? Oh my goodness. Yo, he had a line about, keep shooting till I overdose, make sure you sleep. This is my comatose, talking about the comatose. And then he said something about a soul catcher line. Even if he's flying, I clip his wings. Yo, they were wildin', man. Yo, oh my goodness, man. Yo, they were dumping in the first round. First round is very, 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 when I tell you very close, it's a close-ass first round. But we'll speed it up. I personally went with A-Ward and Loso in the first round. I like that first round. To me, I just like the interchangeability of flows, the back and forth, things like that. Second round, A-Ward and Loso come out, and they're like a little bit jokey in the beginning of their first round, second round, you know what I'm saying? But then they get into some fire material too. They're going back and forth, they're wilding. I believe the second is when they had a line, oh my goodness, son. They had a line about, how they gangbangers, how Geechi Gotti and B-Dot are like gangbangers. I believe the second round they had a line about it's like the Houston Astros, or you throwing up all these signs but you're still banging trash. What? When you start rapping like that? You throwing up signs but you still banging trash. They were banging the trash cans in the Houston. Oh my goodness. Yo, that was fucking crazy. And then Loso says some shit that was like some of the crazy. And this is freestyle. No notes, no quotes, no jokes, you know what I'm saying? This is all freestyle for the folks. But I know people wanted me to talk about this battle. This is one of the better battles that happened this year. So in an event where it was really, like, to me, lackluster overall, and I know that because, where's my recaps? I didn't do no if I didn't do no recaps, why? Y'all know how I play. With the recaps, we don't play. So Loso had this line. Yo, he said something about, he said, how you contradicting yourself, spitting gun bars as a Christian? And he said, no, you're wrong. He said, you're supposed to grab the nose before the baptism? Like, you're supposed to grab the nose before the baptism? That shit was crazy, yo. Oh my goodness. Flows crazy. I personally like B-Dot and Geechi Gotti's second round a little bit better. In this round, like they were dumping. Like they knew that they had to bring some work in their second round. You know what I'm saying? They brought some work, and there might be some people who might flip those rounds and debate one for the one group and one for the next group. But overall, I think that those first 2 rounds of fire comes down. The battle really comes down to the third round and what you prefer. Like A Ward and Loso continue with the back and forth in their round. You know what I'm saying? A Ward had a very interesting part where they kind of predicted, and I think that this was very smart. They predicted the fact that B-Dot was going to go into one of those, you know, the pandemic, the Aryan, who you air against. Your arrogance is nothing to be aired against. And while you put drugs in the street and convicted our people, like he was going to break down A Ward. You know what I'm saying? Like the white devil, the white level, that takes it to the right level, the pandemic at the end. Like he knew that was coming, and I respect the fact that A Ward and Loso knew it was coming because they seen that shit like the next exit on the highway. It was like Loso told him, he's like, "You ready? You ready for one of them third rounds? We seen your battle versus Strick." And he was telling them like, "You knew, is you, A Ward, is you ready? Is you ready? Is you ready like you think you ready?" And I'm thinking in my mind, you up there, y'all both up there, y'all got Rice Gang on, don't die in my shit, because then I'm gonna come to the funeral and get my sweater back. Don't die in my shit. Please don't get smoked. So anyway, they both had on the Rice Gang joints. Salute to them for you know what I'm saying, Loso. I had to meet up with Loso the same day to get him his joints. I seen him, and you know, they seemed pretty ready. So third round, they had some smoke in their third, and then the thing that really was funny, A Ward, he gets into a segment of bars. I never really seen him like this. He was talking about, you know, growing up in you know, the public housing and shit like that, saying that, you know, he said he could name the days, he could name the dates, how he wasn't given a handout even though he had white skin, and like he started getting into that. And they said, you know, I know I'm a visitor in this culture, so I went and got my visitor's pass. He pulls out a visitor's pass. I don't know if he got this shit from wherever he got it from. He pulls out a whole visitor's pass, throws it on his neck to, you know, cover the fact that B-Dot is about to go into one of them third rounds. So the third round for Geechi Gotti and B-Dot, just a little bit when you see this, you know what I'm saying? He's a little they started off a little choppy, like, and this comes from Geechi Gotti battling frequently, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got through the round, he didn't choke, he didn't stumble or nothing like that, but he had a couple little pop, and then he just got into the bars or whatever, and then B-Dot gets into his third round where, you know, he did, like, Geechi Gotti rapped like 8 to 10 bars, and then B-Dot just took over the round and rapped like damn near the rest of the round. And he was going into the exact same things that people were talking about. You know, the white this, and, you know, the supremacy and putting crack in our neighborhoods, and you know, like he was doing all of the stuff that they expect him to do. But overall, I got a pretty fire battle, man, and I think it's gonna really be a debatable battle. Really be a debatable battle. And most people are going to go 2-1 either way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go 2-1 either way. I know there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be 2-1 A Ward and Loso. And there's going to be people that's going to be 2-1 B-Dot and Geechi Gotti. Didn't anybody get 30? I don't really think nobody got 30. And I watched the battle twice, you know what I'm saying? I probably will peep it again. I think this is like the real only battle off the card with a lot of replay value. And I'm not really trying to like go too much in on it, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I've been one to say, if I thought a pay-per-view was like, yo, y'all need to cop this right now, I just think that as a favor to us for having to wait like an hour between battles, and then some battles, now they should put this battle out soon. I think they should put this battle out like one of the first ones, I'm not gonna lie. Get it out the way. I basically paid $30 for a 2-on-2, and I'm cool with that. But for me personally, like I said, this might be my last pay-per-view with them for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? They go like I'm not paying $30 for one battle. But overall, the battle was fire. You know what I'm saying? Both groups did their thing. They got busy. You know, Geechi Gotti and B-Dot. Geechi Gotti can 2-on-2 with damn near anybody. He did it with Rum Nitty. He did it with Coffee Brown. Now he done did it with B-Dot. They got sick. You have Loso and A Ward, they was wigging. They was wicked. So if I see the battle as debatable overall, but if I'm having to pick one, I like the chemistry that Loso and A-Ward had more. That's just me. I just love the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I love the way that they were putting them bars together and the way they was able to break things down. So I would be going Loso and A-Ward's way. But overall, please understand that this is a highly debatable battle. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. The culture one. It's one of the better battles of the year. And I would suggest that, you know, if you get a chance to see it, you might want to peep that thing. But other than that, you already know what it's doing, what it does. You ain't got to ask what it was. Salute to the subscribers, that notification gang. My man Showtime SP, hopefully we'll be getting back up real soon. I know he just had a baby not too long ago. So, you know, a dad got to be a dad, and I definitely totally understand that. Showtime SP, you know, he's definitely doing with his thing. He said about the battle, he liked the in and outs from A-Ward and Loso, the back and forth. He was saying that Geechi and B-Dot, big moves was the in and out, the consciousness. He said he got it debatable. He said he has the battle debatable. Just like I said, I had read what he said too. He had the battle being debatable, but you already know what it's doing, what it does, so you ain't gotta ask what it was. Loso, A-Ward, Geechi Gotti, B-Dot. Them boys got busy, man. But yo, you can let run it back from the top. 100.